a spiel, so it won't take much time. But I've been working on apps for about 4 years now, and I'm just kind of now getting into apps that actually use the internet. So what I've got planned is kind of progressing. The more I work on it, the more I realize how much broadband it's actually going to be using. So it's very important that when I actually get it up and running, that the network is going to be able to handle it. So what's going on here is really important to me.
Jake, do you have broadband right now?
You mean mobile or at home?
Well, tell us both. Do you have
my phone? I have a Verizon LTE, and it works. I've never seen anything that fast.
Okay.
At home, I just got a.
My daughter tells me that about her AT&T LTE that she just got. So yes.
And then at home, I just got a local business. It's kind of slow.
Okay.
Nothing compared to LTE.
Mm-hmm. And do your neighbors? Do they have access?
A lot of my neighbors have. We all have kind of like the same thing. It's called access broadband. It's kind of like a short range Wi-Fi. I'm not exactly sure how it works. It's probably about 2 or 3 megs down.
Fixed wireless.
Yeah, it's not. It's like twice as fast as DSL, pretty much. And a lot of people have DSL up north in towns. Because that's pretty much all we can get.
And you've been doing this for 4 years. You want to keep doing this. You want to keep doing this in Biwabik, I would take it.
Absolutely. I plan to live on the range for the rest of my life. I don't want to go much further south in Duluth as far as college. I just like the environment and being able to have these technologies and nice, fast networks everywhere will allow me to both work on it and let the local residents actually utilize it. So it helps everybody.
Jake, that raises a question. How old are you?
I just turned 18 in June.
All right. Excellent. That's terrific. And do you see it as a limiting potential for you to be able to live on the range for the rest of your life doing what you want to do if you don't have access to broadband?
Absolutely. I've seen a really big change, especially with the LTE that's literally just came out like a few months ago. It's amazing like what it allows me to do as far as even communication with just people and things that are important to me. Just using my phone outside of developer in a daily life is really important. And when I am developing, I take my laptop with me pretty much every day. And when you build an app that uses the internet, you pretty much need a constant, super fast connection. And the only place that I can do that really well is actually at the college because I think they have a fiber connection. I'm not sure, but you wouldn't believe how much data I consume.
I bet we have an idea. You're a high data consumer.
Yep.
That's great.
Jake, as you're developing your apps that access the internet, you're obviously, you have to structure your code around how much bandwidth you think your user might have as far as your app's efficiency. So what spot are you sort of aiming for or hoping for, or what do you sort of hope your end user has for connectivity?
I'm really, really new to using the internet as far as the apps go, and I've finally got something actually working, and just from some early testing I've done, I'm pretty much going to have the user, like let's just say a person that's using the app, their app's going to automatically check with a server, and that's going to take about 100 kilobytes of down and 3 kilobytes of up. And that's going to happen on a routine cycle, 2 times a minute. And if there's 300, 400, 500 people doing that, that's going to be gigabytes in a few hours. So it's going to be a pretty heavy usage, more than I originally thought. And I've got some ideas on how I can kind of streamline that and slow it down, or at least make it appear to work as good. But it's really technical stuff that's kind of hard to talk about like this. I'd have to sit down and show you, but it's really, really fun. It's more like problems that I incur, and then I find out ways that I can work around them as I actually work. So, I had a concern when I found out how much data actually gets transferred when I do a call to the network. and I think then how many ways I could work around it, ways that I could either minimize those calls or figure out how to, if I can do a smaller data download to figure out if I need to download a bigger package, things like that.
So tell us about your apps, just really quickly. Where can we find them? What's your development name?
Right now, my apps, I got a couple that I want to get back up in the App Store. They're they're just math, high school homework math apps.
Yay! I have a sophomore in high school. Tell me what they are.
The first one is just a basic triangle solver. It's kind of clunky, looks really ugly, I'll admit. The second one is a coordinate line graph solver. The geometry straight up. The third app is actually right now in the App Store, and that's for Buys Pizza. It's free. It's just like information and stuff because I work there, and I think about half the phone calls that we get every night is questions that can be answered if people just use that. And then I got some really cool stuff in there, like they can figure out how much their order is going to cost or see our hours, just to kind of like help the people. And I figured we got like a fun project, something that'll help me learn, and actually has helped me learn a lot of stuff. An app that I started I think it was January, is an app that I would actually use at work because I was using one, but it didn't work very well, and there's not much of a market for it, or not much competition for it, I should say. It's just to keep track of time cards, just start and end times and wage, just basic calculations. And I got a really cool system working for that, but it'll probably be about a year before that gets released. And then my biggest app that I'm working on right now is for the Ridge, Giants Ridge. That's to be used like during the live ski meets that they have. I was a skier there for 5 years in high school. What that's going to do is allow the race officials to get the results out to spectators, coaches, parents within a minute or two after the actual result. And that's pretty astounding considering both nobody's done it yet, and that the way they have it right now is so, like, they print out a piece of paper, and every 20 minutes they staple it up, and then 100 people got to crowd around it, and it's not a good experience. So,
we have whole markets you could expand to, let me tell you. The crew market, there's lots of these.
I got a lot of ideas, a lot of different areas I'm covering, and I got ideas for stuff that I haven't even wrote a line of code for. But there's a lot of stuff that I'm really excited about, and thanks.
Well, Jake, we're really glad that you came today, and we hope you'll stick around. We'd love for you to look through our report, particularly policy recommendations, and we'll be sending our report to the governor in December, and we'll be continuing our work next year. So congratulations, and thank you for being here. We're glad